Get on your grind, 𝙲𝙀𝙺𝚃.
I gave them something to believe in, you know they ain't believe it. Tried to show them the vision, they ain't zoom in to see it. Told them about these heights, they said it's too high to reach it. And that had me feeling like Mike, I told them you gotta beat it. See, it's diamonds in your soul, but you gotta dig a lot deeper. See, all of our minds been exposed, but I've been changing the frequency. Sending my prayers and affirmations, way past where them eagles be. What I learned in my returns is not all things you need to see. You gotta feel it, the negative talk, the negative thoughts, and you gotta kill it. I know that it's hard, and it leaves scars, and it ain't appealing, but you gotta heal it. There's lessons in every little layer, but you gotta peel it. Cause the best way to get some air is removing your ceiling. Look, trust me, I know cause I did it. Hit rock bottom, looked around like damn, what the fuck I do with it? I remember the levels and picked up my shovel and I started digging and digging and digging until I got dizzy. And trust me, the spirit been busy. I'm back and I'm paid and I'm busy, so feel like I'm acting the way that you get it. This is for back in the day when they just shit it. I gave them something to believe in, you know they ain't believe it. Tried to show them the vision, they ain't zoom in to see it. Told them about these heights, they said it's too high to reach it. And that had me feeling like Mike, I told them you gotta beat it.
Yes, 𝙲𝙾𝙼𝙺𝙃, peace, love, and light. It's the God, Lord Christos, the living survival manual, back with another download straight from the cosmos. Remember, someone has to see your greatness. Why not start with yourself? Stay blessed, always finesse. Definitely trust the Most High's process, the true keys to success. All right. Now, the vibes here at SYG Studios are to motivate, educate, and enlighten our people on new ways to invest in themselves. Y'all already know the spiel. Everything is high level, what we think, what we say, how we feel, and how we act. But before we even get into our God body energy, take the time to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, family. You feel me? What this does, I'm gonna go ahead and put this up here. Put this up here right quick. If you scan this QR code in your top right, top left corner, what this does, by scanning the QR code, it allows you to visit the link. And this link takes you to all of the platforms that, you know, the SYG community is involved in. And what I mean by that is like our Discord community, of course, Instagram, YouTube, so much more, Twitch, all of the above. We tapping in. We love engagement over here and understand that a village pushes the trend, not just one individual. So the support is much appreciated. Our aim is to not only grow the brand, but reach at least 500,000. Yes, I said 500,000 plus individuals who want, need, and are seeking the knowledge to live a more abundant life. You heard? Now, with all the information being provided, I do want to send out another quick disclaimer. Please take the time to do your own research, family. It's very, very vital. My content is intended to be used for motivational purposes only. So always do your own analysis based on your own personal circumstances. Definitely seek counseling or find other professionals and verify information independently in connection with any investments made based on any information received from this show. Now, let's step into our God body energy. All as one. Inhale. Exhale. See your greatness. Now let's get into the vibes, fam. Listen, y'all know I usually only come up here on Sundays. Every Sunday I stream 5 p.m. this time, but it's just been too much going on. That's why I wanted to get up here and have, you know, more so a live conversation or open discussion. So again, anybody that wants to partake in this open discussion, just let me know. IG, if y'all want to take in on this open discussion, let me know. I can definitely send you guys the link to actually come on the platform. Or if you just want to visit the comment section and come tap in the comments, hit the link in the bio. You feel me? And I'm live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch right now, and of course Instagram. But today we having a live conversation, and I wanted to raise a question for today for episode 4. Does anybody ask questions anymore? I know it's funny to ask, right? But for real, like, does anybody really ask questions anymore? Because it's too much going on around the world for people to just be complacent with waking up every day, tapping into their job, coming home, tapping into whatever they're tapping in within their household, and repeating the process. Like, I feel like, and this is just me speaking, you know what I'm saying? This is my personal opinion. For those who agree with me, I rock with you. For those who don't agree with me, I still rock with you. However, I know that I'm a being that, or I'm an energy, or I'm a spirit, or I'm a soul, or I'm a human being, whatever, however you want to consider me, right? I never been the following type. I never been the type of person to just like listen to something, right, and then just take that as what it is. I always was very inquisitive. Like, I'm always seeking knowledge. I'm always trying to quote unquote find the truth behind things, right? And it's just been too long in my 33 years of living to where we just all repeat the same process. We go to school or we go to work, we listen to directions without asking any questions and repeat that process, right? Let me tailor that to like what's going on in the world right now, right? Let's date back to 2019 when we had this so-called well, I'm gonna call it the I don't like using the word pandemic, but I mean, for lack of for better words, that's what it was. So back in 2019, you know, everybody was going in a frenzy because of this, you know, catastrophe that was going on around the world, right? And there were individuals that were out here, you know, tapping into the Jabberwockies, right? And not asking any questions as far as what's in the Jabberwockies, right? Or what type of members, you know, you gotta, on these platforms, you gotta speak in code, you know, because they've been trying to shadow ban, they've been trying to take people's platforms that are reporting on specific news, right? Hell, just in Ohio, journalists are getting arrested for trying to report on news so that us, the people, can be educated on what's going on in the world. So, not to get off track, 2019, the Jabberwockies came, right? They came in, they had a show, and, you know, everybody was just in a frenzy. Everybody was in a frenzy because, in my opinion, they were being controlled by what, you know, what we call propaganda. They're being controlled by the news. They're being controlled by everything that was outside of them in their own mind, right? Me, I'm the type of person, I'm not just going to jump to conclusions. I'm not just going to follow suit. I'm the guy that people hate because I'm going to ask a million questions as to why. Why do we need to do this? Why do we need to do that? How is it beneficial to me and mine, right? So, mind you, I didn't get the Jabberwocky. I didn't. And come to find out, after everything was uncovered, after the real quote unquote news was uncovered, it was something that was more so harmful to a lot of individuals than it was helpful. Not to mention, if you really did your research to research what was inside of, you know, inside of the Jabberwocky crew, you you would definitely second guess on putting that or extracting those type of ingredients inside of your body. Now, fast forward, we're stepping into a new reality or a new paradigm, right? To where a lot of people's quote unquote spirits, their minds, whatever you want to call it, they're starting to become more awakened. They're starting to become more activated or active per se, right? And now people are more prone to start asking questions than not, right? And the reason I named this, does anybody ask questions or no one asks questions anymore, right, is because In recent news, we've been told that there are things in the sky. They're saying UFOs, they're saying balloons, things of that nature flying around in the sky, wreaking havoc on our United States Air Force, right? And when I bring these questions to just like say like my regular neighbor, right? Or even some family members, nobody wants to talk about it, or people like to say, don't get consumed in that mess. Well, it's not that I consume myself. It's because I educate myself. I want to educate myself so that I can be prepared on whatever is to come. Whatever is to come. And for me, it's like, if I want to have kids one day, if I'm supposed to be the protector of my home, the teacher of the home, things of that nature, why wouldn't I consume myself in knowledge? Now, that's not to say that you shouldn't have a balance, because everything in life has to have a balance. But I consume myself in knowledge, or I educate myself so that I can be prepared, so that I can teach, so that I can help people that aren't, tapping into the different things that are happening around them or within them, so that I can educate them on how to, be best prepared in their life, whether that's mentally, physically, spiritually, however you want to look at it. So I'm going to pull this up. And for everybody that's on IG, again, if you head over to my Facebook Live or my YouTube link in the bio, you'll be able to see this. But I took this video earlier today. Where's my photos? I wonder if it populated over yet. Yeah. I can use this one actually. So, oh, there you go. Now it's populating in. All right, so I took this video earlier today. Let me see if I can pull it up on this screen. See, present, share screen, window. There we go. Share. So I'm gonna share this screen, right? I'm gonna share this screen right quick. So this was a video I took earlier today, and I'm fascinated with the skies. I've always felt drawn to the skies, and I told myself that if I ever had to come back as something, I want to come back as something that can fly in the sky, like an eagle or a falcon, whatever, right? But a lot of individuals, right, that I engage in conversation with, some get it, but for those who don't, let this be a teaching lesson. So I don't know if y'all remember, I believe it was the beginning of last year or the end of last year, they came out with a show called Don't Look Up on Netflix. I believe it was Leonardo DiCaprio who was like the leader in it, and it was so much happening up in the skies, right? But they were trying to keep you so conformed to just like looking down at your phone, or being so consumed in work that you don't have time, quote unquote, to look up in the sky. So this is a video I took earlier, and when I tell you that we live in a matrix, or we live in a we live in a atmosphere or a world that is ran by both good and evil. This is some evil shit that I've seen personally. I feel as though this is why a lot of people in the world are getting sick. I feel like this is why a lot of people aren't able to activate their pineal gland, and why it's so calcified all the time. It's just ridiculous. So this is a video of aircrafts spraying in the air what they call chemtrail. What I feel like is chemtrails. They're chemical trails. I asked the pilot before, like, hey, like, what do they be spraying in the sky? And he was just saying, oh, they're just releasing like extra quote unquote gas. Okay, well, why would you want to release that in the air if that's what they're doing? But for me, I've started noticing, like, you know how we were taught that those are clouds in the sky and things of that nature. Family, if y'all can see this, these ain't clouds. These aren't clouds. These are fumes being sprayed in the air. And from my perspective, it looks like their main objective is to block the sun. Now, y'all call me crazy. Y'all can call me whatever you feel like you want to call me, right? But you can look this up yourself. You can tap in for this information yourself, and you can go look on YouTube and type in Bill Gates TED Talk. And he literally talks about depopulation, meaning that he has a plan to, how can I express this? Decrease the amount of people that are walking this earth. He has a plan for it. And it's not just him. There's a multitude of other individuals that we'll probably never physically see in our life, but the agenda is to control and manipulate. Like they're manipulating the weather. I've grown to find out over my, again, 33 years of living that clouds aren't even necessarily real. Or if they are, now you have to decipher what are real clouds and what are these fumes that are being spread in the air that are, in my opinion, again, causing people to be sick, quote unquote, trying to block the sun, right? It's ridiculous. So this is the video. I'm going to hit play. And as you can see, there's literally a plane, bro. It's a few of them. A few planes just literally spraying things in the air, right? Right near the sun, right? All to block the sun. That's ridiculous. These aren't clouds, family. These are not clouds. These are not clouds. Look at this. So you telling me these are clouds and the main focus is just to be near the sun? Now, I have this theory that if you block the sun, you keep things from growing. If you block the sun, you keep things from growing. Now, there should be no reason why there have been videos coming out of people, you know, creating bunkers, underground bunkers and things of that nature, because they expect some things to come into fruition. Now, I've been also doing research and I've been seeing that there's supposed to be a quote unquote in 2025 another pandemic. And I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. 2025 planned, because this is all planned, family, pandemic. Because I don't want to just give y'all information and I don't want y'all to just think I'm just spilling some shit to y'all, because I'd never do that. SLO City Council finalizes major city goals for the 2023-2025. No, that's not it. It was at the World Forum. World Forum or World Economic Forum. Where is it? World Economic Forum 2025. So this 2023 cyber apocalypse. This was just literally a week ago. Minister, where is that article? Japan aims to smash tourism record in 2025. No, that's not it. China-U.S. war by 2025 predicted by 4-star general. But that's not even what I'm looking at. And even just for me to see that, this was reported 2 weeks ago. China-U.S. war by 2025. It's 2023. Why are they already talking about a war by 2025? And this is what I mean by, like, does anyone ask questions anymore? Where is it? Well, expansion. I can't find the exact article that I'm looking for, but you can research World Economic Forum 2025. If you go on YouTube, actually, 2025 talk World Economic Forum of another pandemic coming, right? But not to get off topic, just by me showing y'all that video, that's what made me want to come up here and like really start holding an open discussion of like, do people really ask questions anymore about what's going on in the world? Because if you're not, like, you're just pretty much being a sheep and being controlled by whatever agenda is being pushed out here. You feel me? We wonder why our kids are getting sick, getting diagnosed with things straight out of being born. We wonder why, you know, they get diagnosed with different diseases and disorders after getting all of these jabberwockies. I'll use me for example. Growing up, right? My grandmother told me for me to be able to go to school. Hold on, pause. My husky. For me to be able to go to school, I had to get vaccinations, immunizations, things of that nature, right? Now, back then, as a kid, this is how I look at it. You're supposed to listen or be guided by those that are teaching you or those that are your caregivers until you are able to be in a position to care for yourself, think for yourself, move for yourself, and things of that nature. So back then, especially being that I didn't have the knowledge that I have now, I had to just follow suit with partaking in or getting all these vaccinations and immunizations, right, to go to school. So for instance, the chickenpox vaccine. Why do we have to get injected with a virus to combat the virus, right? When if we're made out of the image of God, who's omnipotent, right? Is omnipotent. He's everything. He and she is all, right? They are the most powerful source on this atmosphere, in this planet, in this universe. If we're made in the image of the all, that means we have things within us that can combat, in my opinion now, that can combat any virus or anything that tries to harm our body or the body that God or the vessel that God gave us. Meaning, there should be no reason that I have to be injected with a virus just to learn, for my body to learn how to kill the virus. You were born with a perfect immune system, unless you were born under certain circumstances, like your mom wasn't eating healthy, right? Your mom got mad vaccinations and immunizations, right? Even your father, both parents. If they were unhealthy, if their body was unhealthy, remember, energy is neither created nor destroyed, it's just transferable. That's what's going to transpire within that next seed. It's going to be an unhealthy seed until what? You start implementing things within the body to help it heal. Now, if we're supposed to listen to, quote unquote, one of the books that is just pushed as the all end all be all, if we're supposed to listen to the words of the Bible because they're supposed to be the words of God, within the Bible, it states that God has given us every fruit and herb to heal. Again, in the Bible, it says God has given us every fruit and herb to heal our bodies, our minds, our spirits. Why are we taking things that are outside of that and injecting it into our bodies to, quote unquote, heal us? Like, I started asking my parents, when y'all go to the doctor, do y'all ask questions like, what have you actually, do y'all ask questions to, like, what has your doctor actually healed? Nobody asks those questions. What has your doctor actually healed? Not managed. I'm not saying what has your doctor managed. What has they actually healed? Whether it's diabetes, whether it's cancer, whatever type of diagnosis you were diagnosed with, I want you to go back and ask your doctor, what have you actually healed, not managed? Because a doctor is supposed to heal things, not manage them. For instance, I went to the doctor and they were trying to diagnose me as almost being diabetic, right? Now, if for anybody who has a family member that is diabetic, you know that they are on what is called insulin, right? Insulin is a form of quote unquote sugar that is supposed to be used when they inject themselves to regulate their sugar within their body. But then they tell you not to eat things like fruits or things of that nature. And I'm not saying that all doctors do this, but they say that you need to stop eating sugar, but they give you sugar or what is supposed to be sugar to help regulate your sugar. Now, does that make sense? Now, what they're supposed to be saying is you need to stop eating artificial sugar that's in candy, chips, juices, and things of that nature, and eat more sugar that is natural within fruits like watermelon, cantaloupes. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe some pineapples, strawberry, your berries, those things. Drink more water. And to really understand that your water intake doesn't necessarily have to just come from this type of water. You can get a more balanced or electric feeling or rejuvenation from drinking water from a cucumber. Take a cucumber and juice it and drink that. Cucumbers actually have 90%. It yields the most water of any plant or fruit that exists. 96%. There's a guy or a guru or a teacher or an herbalist by the name of 𝚂𝙷𝙰𝙁. Everybody needs to go tap into him. The God. He's a God when it comes to this healing shit, bro. The new Dr. 𝙲𝙗, if you want to call it. But he had educated me when I was going through the time of like rehabbing myself because I wasn't about to get on no insulin. I wasn't about to let them keep drawing my blood, especially when I don't even know what they truthfully do with my blood once they draw it, right? He told me, or from his studies and just my research, you don't need to take all these different things and insulin and things of that nature. You just need to have a better live it, not a diet, because there's power in language. There's power in words. You need to have a better live it. And this live it consists of eating more fruits, eating more nuts, eating more plants, vegetables, right? Fasting, grounding. You feel what I'm saying? Getting at least 2 hours of sun, because we know that the sun helps all things grow, not just plants outside. It helps you grow too, family. So when I ended up doing that, taking chips out of my liver, taking red meats out of my liver, taking meat, honestly, for at least, for me, it was between 30 to 90 days. No meat. None of that. Just juicing, eating watermelon, drinking cucumber water, which is H320, not the H2O that they try to say that we need to drink all the time. Because this actually, if you drink too much of this, it dehydrates you, right? And it actually pulls the minerals and the vitamins out of you. That's why when you go use the bathroom, right, and your urine is yellow, that's actually, it's good and bad. It's actually some of the nutrients being stripped away from you. That's why if you drink so much water and then you start to urinate, it starts just to look clear. That's not always a good thing for your urine to be clear, because that lets you know that you will end up mineral or vitamin deficient. You have to have those minerals and those vitamins within you so that your body can operate, your mind can operate, and your spirit can operate properly. in alignment. So when I started eating more fruits, eating more vegetables, fasting, again, grounding and things of that nature, the diabetic symptoms went away. I essentially healed myself from having high cholesterol, having high blood sugar, and things of that nature that they tried to state that I had. I healed myself. It wasn't something that they recommended to me. Now, this is a doctor or a practitioner, somebody that's supposed to help heal you, right? But what do? They try to keep you as a client. They try to keep you as a customer because it's a business. But before I ain't even gonna get all into that, but the main thing that I want you guys to pick from this is, or to gain from this, is you need to start asking questions about what is happening around you. Period. Because when you get more people like me, more like-minded individuals who want to ask questions so that they can become enlightened on what's happening, more enlightened on the matrix that they're living in or the world that they're living in, you'll start to build a powerful mind that will start preparing more ways or different ways to combat whatever is trying to harm us or our families. Why do you think a couple years ago animals just out of nowhere dropping dead? That's not a coincidence. It ain't because they ate some bad grass. Something either within the air or within their feed killed them. It was a poison. Just recently, there was a guy in Colorado where he had his cow killed, and the cow was bleeding out the backside and the front side. And from what he was saying, he was like, there are individuals or entities that have been doing it on a regular. That one cow, I believe he stated, cost him 12,000 bands. 12,000? $12,000. That's for him to feed his family. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that his farm is taken care of. You know what I'm saying? God knows if he's helping other individuals in his community. Right? But all that shit gets swept under the rug, and we're just supposed to be programmed to, no, just go to work, do what they tell you to do, or go to school, do what they tell you to do, don't ask no questions, and repeat that process. Hell no. Nope. I ain't gonna have my kids go through that. I'm not having my children go through that. No. I'm going to be educated. I am going to gain knowledge. I am going to meditate and ask God, what does it need me to do so that I can elevate not only my own mind, body, and spirit, but for those who actually want to hear it and listen. Because I'm only here to help those that want it. I'm not looking to chase any more individuals that, in my opinion, need to hear this information, but they don't want to hear it because they're so stuck in their own shit. But yet they're always asking or looking for new ways on how to get out of that. But then when a teacher or a guru or whoever presents you with the information, y'all deem him to hell. Y'all say he's a conspirator. They're only talking what ifs. This shit ain't no what if. I literally just showed you a whole video of multiple aircraft spraying things in the air, and we're taught, or we're supposed to just believe, oh, it's just clouds in the sky. Why you think one day it's 32 degrees and then the next day it's 80 degrees? Obviously something is happening, family. I'm looking out my window right now. One side of up top in the sky is just all blue, but the other side, which is all clouds, is literally trying to block the sunlight. And nobody has questions. How about we ask questions, right? Because there's an article that I pulled up. How about we start asking questions about what's going on in Ohio? How about we start asking questions about what's going on in Louisiana? How about we start asking questions about what's going on in West Virginia, Pennsylvania, California, Brazil? It's a lot of crazy things happening in the world right now. A lot of food plants being destroyed and blown up. A lot of quote unquote trains and trucks being derailed off the roads, and now all of these hazardous toxins are in the air or in the water system. Y'all think this shit just happening? It's a coincidence? Why do you think they locking people up and putting them in jail for trying to journalize this or to get this information out in different places like Ohio? They're literally locking people up for trying to get the information out. Information about toxins that are literally going to harm thousands of people in their respective states. You got Louisiana, I think I seen Alabama, you got Ohio, you got West Virginia, I think it was some in Texas, you got California, even over in Brazil, the floods. Yeah, let's talk about that lightning strike that happened on the Christ Redeemer. What they called the Christ Redeemer not so long ago. Just a random lightning strike just strikes that. And we not asking questions. These quote unquote UFOs and balloons being shot down, right? Ask yourself. I'm gonna get y'all to ask yourself some questions. Ask yourself, why the fuck does the United States need to come out with a space force? Why do we need to have a United States? Let me actually bring up the name of it. Space Force. It's literally called the U.S. Space Force. United States Space Force. I'm gonna pull this on my screen. I'm gonna share this. Present. Share screen. Window. Share. Literally, it's right there, fam. United States Space Force. Military not ruling out 3 shot down UFOs may have come from the hostile nations. Oh, so now they trying to blame other nations, right, for these UFOs that's been. Now everybody want to talk about UFOs. You feel me? Now everybody want to put it on the news, but years ago, hundreds of years ago, when individuals were talking about these anomalies and these things happening, they were crazy. But now all of a sudden that the government says it, oh, we need to, man, come on, man. Come on, man. We got to wake up, fam. We got to wake up. And I need y'all to really start asking questions. I need y'all to really start asking yourself some questions, man. What's happening in this world? What's happening within this world that is going to affect you and yours? If you even care. I care. I care about me and mine. I even care about the individuals that come on here and listen to me because I want everyone to be in a better predicament. I'm all about love. You feel me? Love kills everything. When you have love in the atmosphere, there's no way that individuals could even think about doing harm to one another or even themselves, because even if you love yourself, you're not going to do harm to you. That's why love is the most powerful energy in the world, in my opinion. But we got to understand that there are people out here that don't move off love. They move off of pure hatred. Why? Because they hate themselves. Or they hate a certain specific or a certain group of individuals that they can never be like. That's for another discussion, though. But y'all need to start asking yourselves some questions, man. Why we got a space force? Why are they now reporting UFOs? Why are the skies so covered in all of this smog that and we're supposed to just be stuck looking at our phones? Like, who looks up? Who looks up anymore? That's my new hashtag that has been going. Look up more. Stop looking down on your cell phone so much. Stop being so consumed by what's in the palm of your hand. Everybody is so consumed, bro, by technology. What happened to the days when having a cell phone wasn't even a thought, bro? When we would just go outside and play and not be afraid to have our feet touch the ground. They now have people so controlled that you think it's best for you to wear socks and rubber shoes, right? You think it's best now to wear socks and rubber shoes than be connected to the earth that we quote unquote come from? Let's even think about it on an electrical perspective. If the earth is electrical, right? And the earth gives off electricity to things that can harness electricity like us, why wouldn't you want to connect what they call the soles of your feet, which is like the roots or the branches of a tree? I'm gonna say the roots of a tree rather, because if you even look at the biology of a tree, it has roots that goes down into the earth that looks like cords, right? Or looks like plugs. It's plugged in. And that's what allows it to what? Gain all of the electricity, all of the energy, all of the resources, minerals, vitamins, things of that nature, so that it can grow into a bigger tree. What makes you any different? That's why it has been scientifically proven, for those who only believe in science and they don't want to think for their own selves. That's why it's been scientifically proven that if you literally ground for like 15 to 20 minutes a day, no shoes, no socks, put your feet to the actual dirt and the grass, it'll literally start changing the DNA within your body. It'll literally start helping your blood flow properly. It'll literally take away inflammation in areas in your body that are painful. It'll literally help your muscles and your tissues grow again. For those things that have been ruptured or torn apart, or just going through a degeneration process, it literally, like, grounding literally helps those things. But yet you're told or looked at as crazy if you was to walk outside barefooted with no shoes and socks. Why do you think our family, our beautiful melanated people over in Africa, when you see them, you do not see them with socks and shoes on. They're connected to their homeland. They're very smart. They're very creative. Don't let this propaganda that they put on TV fool y'all. They're very smart. They're very creative, right? They know how to connect to their gods or to their ancestors, because they follow their culture, they follow their tradition. For those who haven't, in my opinion, conformed to, the ways of others, we're no different. We're no different, fam. We need to start connecting more. We need to start asking more questions, because this ain't it. This ain't it. It's about to be a food shortage. So stock up on some food and some water. If you can't stock up on that stuff, we need to start learning how to grow our own things and understand that also is going to be a process. So you need to properly prepare yourself. It's so many things that we need to be doing right now. And I'm doing my part by coming up here and informing, because that's what I know that I'm supposed to do. I am supposed to inform. I've been told by my ancestors, I've been told by God, I've been told when I go into prayer or meditation that I am a teacher. And for so long, I've been running away from it because I was afraid of criticism, or I was afraid of others' opinions. But now, when I think about it, who cares? Who cares about what another person thinks about you, especially if they're not moving out of love, or if they're not moving out of trying to help you elevate or motivate or educate or help you enlighten yourself? I ain't moving that way no more. I'm not moving like a sheep no more, a follower. And none of y'all either. None of y'all should want that for y'all life either, or your family either. Ask questions, family. I'm gonna get all up in here. Ask questions, family. Ask questions, family. Even at your job, ask questions. Don't just let somebody tell you what to do. Ask questions. Asking a question, there's no such thing as a dumb question, because if you don't know, you don't know. And whatever you don't know, you're not going to find out unless you ask a question to a person or an expert or whoever that knows the answer to it. And if they don't know the answer can be found in a book. We literally now have access to information like this. There should be no more I don't know. There should be no more I don't know. Because everybody now has the ability to find out what they need to know at the blink of an eye, at the snap of a finger. But nobody wants to ask questions. Like, nobody asks questions no more. And it's funny because I'm even thinking about this to myself, right? I had an interview the other day, and the interviewer kept asking, is there any questions? Are there any questions? And even though I knew I had a question, I said, no, there's no questions. Even if it was something simple, just ask it. But we've been programmed for so long to not even fathom or to open up our mouths to ask or challenge something. Shit, how do you even know the teacher knows what they're supposed to be teaching on? Because when you think about it, they're just regurgitating information that they read in a book. How do you even know that they are able to critically think about things? That's why God gave us a mind, right? He gave us a mind to have thoughts. And within these thoughts, you have the power to decipher a thought that is good for you or bad for you. But at the same instance, when you're having these thoughts, you are what? Asking yourself, is this a thought that I need to have, or is this a thought that I don't need to have? It doesn't matter. In that process, you're asking a question. And that's how you are able to come to a solution or a conclusion. But if you're not asking questions, you're just moving out here like a sheep, just being followed by the dog to go back into your hut and do it all over again. To go back in your hut and do it all over again. And that ain't the vibes that we need to be on no more, family. That is not the vibes that we need to be on anymore. We need to start asking questions. We need to start raising some eyebrows. We need to start tapping into ourselves a little bit more. Yeah, become knowledgeable of what they promoting on this on these TV screens. However, like my mom told me today, don't get so consumed in it that that's all you want to do, because you have to have a balance. However, educate yourself so that you can know how to move if anything was to come or to happen. Because there is a certain thing as vicarious PTSD, to where you're watching so much news that it starts to affect your life. There was a time that my wife didn't want to go out the house because of so much killing and things of that nature that was happening in the world. She ended up getting vicarious post-traumatic PTSD, man. Vicarious PTSD. Didn't want to go outside just because she was looking at propaganda on TV. Didn't want to go to the grocery store. Didn't want to go to the movies. Didn't want to do anything. And it's because we're allowing things to just seep into our portals. These eyes, these ears, your mouth. We're just allowing things to seep in through these portals, and we don't question it. Or we don't even ask ourselves, like, yo, is this something that I should be tuning into? Is this something I should be listening to? Whether it's music, whether it's movies, the news, a book that you're reading, whatever it is, like, y'all need to have a little bit more discernment. Yes, sir. I need you back up here, God. I need you back up here, Cavell. That's one of the young star seeds right there. He tapped in. He knows what's going on. He takes the time to ask questions. And whatever he doesn't know, he takes the time to go meditate and go pray and ask God what it is that he needs to know, or what it is that he needs to do. A lot of us can learn from this young God up here. You feel me? And we definitely got to get you back on the show, Cavell. You feel me? So it's like that's just the vibe that I wanted to come up here with y'all on, man. Ask questions, family. Ask questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Whatever you don't know until you find it out. But there's no way for you to find it out unless you go do the research or ask someone who knows. Period. So definitely start looking into what's going on in this, in this matter X, this matter X. Because that's what it is. Even though it's a system, it's all by design. You feel me? And from what I know, even if it's a game, we can all figure out a way how to beat it. We all can figure out how or what processes or what strategies we can utilize in order to become a successor, right? And not only just becoming a successor, but be able to teach other individuals on how they can become successors as well, or achievers, or become enlightened, or to understand themselves a little bit more, or to educate or motivate themselves a little bit more. That's my spiel, man. I ain't gonna go too long-winded tonight with this. If you want to know, you're gonna take what I told you, and you're gonna do your research. As I always state, you're gonna tap in and try to actually, with an open heart and an open mind, look into all of these things that have been transpiring around the world. And not even just things that have been transpiring within the world, things that may have been transpiring within your life personally. Have you been taking care of yourself? Have you been eating properly? Have you been getting around like-minded individuals who are wanting to help you become the best version of yourself as well? Every day I wake up and I say, I allow myself to be the best version of myself, mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. I say that all day, every day, even in my mind. I don't even have, it's so embedded in me, I don't even have to speak it with words anymore. It's literally plays over in my mind each and every day, every second of the hour. And not only with that, I give gratitude to whatever I have in that moment. I'm forever in gratitude or in meditation. Thank you for being able to speak. Thank you for being able to see with these eyes. Thank you for being able to hear. Thank you for being able to move my hands. Thank you for being able to stand up. Thank you for being able to sit down. Thank you for being able to walk. Thank you for being able to hear and smell and taste. Thank you for being able to breathe. Thank you that I woke up this morning to be able to even get up here and speak to individuals that need this education. Thank you for allowing me to experience this thing that we call life. Thank you for having a heart. Thank you for allowing, like, it get deep. That's what Seeing Your Greatness is about. That's what Seeing Your Greatness Studios is about. Enlightening and educating and motivating and pushing us to be the best version of ourselves. But we can't do that if we're not asking questions. We can't do that if we're not asking questions. I'm sorry. That's my spiel for the night, fam. Wifey just got home. 5:55. Right on time. So I'm gonna be back on here probably if not later this week, probably definitely for sure on Sunday, because I just want to I want to stay active with this. This information needs to be pushed out. And I'm gonna definitely provide, different things and different topics up here, but for today, this was what needed to be discussed. Y'all need to start asking questions more, fam. Point blank, period. Don't allow people to just tell you what to do and you just do it, because you don't know if that's going to be helpful for you or detrimental to you. So that's the vibe, man. Continue to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow my Facebook, my YouTube, my Twitch. You already follow me on Instagram if you do. My Twitter, all of that. Scan this QR code in the top right. Actually, I'm gonna put the banner up here for a little bit so y'all can see the link. That's the link right there. Linktree /SYG Studio 5. That's how you get into all of the platforms that I'm on. This video is going to be uploaded on YouTube for those who want to watch the replay. It's also going to be uploaded on my Twitch and also my Facebook. If for my audio listeners, this will be uploaded on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If not tonight, tomorrow morning. But with all that being said, man, I love y'all. I hope y'all out here being the best versions of yourselves. You feel me? And just get out here and just go learn something, man. Learn yourself. Learn about what's going on around in the atmosphere. If it's just your community, if it's your city, or if you want to go global with it, learn about what's happening, because there's too much happening right now for people to not be asking questions, bro. There's too much happening right now for people to not be asking questions, whether within themselves or within this atmosphere and this world that we living in. It's too much happening right now. People need to really wake the fuck up. Excuse my language. But there's no more, like, it's time to get out of the cocoon, man. It's time to get out your box. No more can you sit in, I don't know. And if you don't know, reach out to somebody who does, or do the research and find someone or something that you're researching that has the information that you need. But for us to just be taking things in and seeing all of this shit that's transpiring, whether it's in the skies, whether it's in these other states and these other nations, and nobody have no questions, I ain't rocking with that. Not rocking with that. So y'all already know the vibes. Just went live earlier and posted with most of them. Yeah, man. People it's not just me, see? It's not just me. It's not just me, because it's too much going on. It's too much going on for everybody to not be expressing how they feel about what's happening. That's it, man. That's it. Y'all already know the spiel, man. Remember, someone has to see your greatness. When I start with yourself, stay blessed, always finesse. Definitely trust the Most High's process, the true keys to success. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Get this message out for anyone that wants to come on the show as well and share their knowledge. Not even just in, the propaganda that has been, displayed in the news, but if you have a talent, if you're an educator, if you have a craft that you want to come up and present to people in different things of that nature, tap in with me. You can hit the link in my bio, or you can send me a email to syg.studios@outlook.com. Again, that's syg.studios@outlook.com, and we could tap in that way. But yeah, man, let's get active. Let's really begin pushing a real narrative, not the fake shit, a real narrative that's going to help our people be more abundant and just really push us to the next level, man. So I love y'all. I thank y'all. And I'll see y'all later this week. Again, if it's not like Friday or something, I might come back on live. It'll definitely be on Sunday. It'll definitely be on Sunday. And last thing, man, stop getting consumed by all of this bullshit. That's why I ain't watched the Super Bowl. That's why I ain't even watched that shit. Stop getting consumed by this stuff because it's distractions. And it's distractions from a real thing that's happening. So I love y'all, man. Peace. We out.